Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to start this video by summoning Versulf the Grim, and then I'm going to cut like 8 hours of the morning right now to the evening, in which time we're going to play test him in the time in between and answer the question hopefully, was this dude worth it? But first I'm going to let you guys enjoy in the summon. Okay. Yeah. Man, you're ruining my video, Plarium! Take two. Now we're gonna summon him. Here we go. Summon him, summon him. Boom! There we go. The legendary. It feels good, even though it's, it's a fragment summon. We all know what it's gonna look like. Still feels good to get the legendary gold. All right, so what does he do? Let's cover his kit right now. Then we'll, do artifacts, masteries, and show him in action. On this A1, attacks one enemy, has a provoke debuff for 1 turn, plays a shield buff on the champion for 2 turns, equal to 10% of their match HP, 5 levels, on the A1, 6 levels on the A2, just thinking of all the legendary books I'm about to burn. Attacks all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown when booked, place an extra hit on enemies under stun, freeze, fear, truth. It's like the opportunist mastery built in, right? Except for it's an extra hit instead of extra damage. Each hit has a 100% chance of placing leech debuff for 2 turns, damage on this champion based on his HP. That's on a 3-turn cooldown. On the A3, increase defense, ally protect on all allies except this champion for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. On the passive, when hit, has a 20% chance of placing a provoke debuff on the attacker for 1 turn, occurs once per hit, and then his aura is HP in all battles by 33%. Aesthetically, what do you guys think of this dude? He has the staff, he's got the cape. He doesn't look as cool as some of the other legendary champions in the game, more recent additions. I don't know. He's pretty cool looking. He's cool looking. All right, guys. Boom. 8 hours later, and we have him. Verself the Grim, fully maxed out. And I got to start by saying this guy is not that bad, right? Here's my hypothesis. People who unlock champions first tend to be the more hardcore, not all, pay to win, but usually more the big spenders get these champions first. Ergo, they have more legendary champions anyway to compare them to, right? So sure, he might not be the best endgame legendary in the game. He's viable in the endgame. You can use him against the Magma Dragon. You can use him against the Scarab King. You can use him against a variety of different bosses and areas in this game. And let me point out to you guys, granted, there is conditional, a double hit pending these debuffs, stun, provoke, true fear, blah, 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 freeze. But he has the highest damage multipliers out of any HP-based champion inside the entire game. So he brings Ally Protect, he brings Provoke, he brings increased defense on a 3-turn cooldown, and a lot of damage in that unique kind of passive, similar to Drekstar Blood Twin, right? So he's bringing a lot to the table here, and he's dealing some damage at the same time. So, I don't know, man. I think the reviews are too low on this guy. He's too low. He's not the best fusion, not the best fragment summon ever, but he's worth it, in my opinion. He's worth it, in my opinion. All right. So Verself the Grim. Let's go ahead and take a look. We already looked at his skills. Let me look at how I equipped him. Very basic here. Crit rate, perception, and life artifacts. Trying to get as much HP as possible on this guy, but I'm not killing myself over it, right? His multipliers are solid no matter how you look at it. I have 70k HP. Sure, 100k is better, but you have to work with the gear that you have. I did prioritize putting a little bit of speed on this guy, so I have 222 speed. I am short on 100% crit rate. Shame on me, I suck. And then 189 on the crit damage. Again, we're going for some crit damage because you can put out some serious damage overall. Debuff accuracy, a little shy of Doom Tower Hard. Aiming for definitely over 300, but 278 will still get the job done because of the affinity. You guys will see that in just a moment. So Masteries, we're trying to get all the damage we can out of this guy, right? He's cool. He's a cool champion, man. I don't know why people hate on anybody who's just not game-changing OP. I think we tend to forget as, YouTubers or streamers, and of course, even just endgame players, even some of you guys, we tend to forget that not everybody is endgame. Not everybody has every champion, right? I'm trying my best. So because of that, guys, I tried to get away from support tree and tried to get extra damage off of the counterattack on Retribution and on Deterrence, right? I have a little visitor here. Charlie, say hi. Up there. Say hi. All right, so we're trying to get extra damage out of the defensive tree. Nothing wrong with going the support tree as well, guys. We have accuracy there if you need the extra accuracy. But again, we're trying to capitalize on that damage, so we're going with the counterattacks. I love getting blast proof. Decreased damage from AoE attacks by 5%. That's great to have on a lot of champions in this game, especially provokers. So going defense tree makes a lot of sense. Delay death as well. Extra defense on tier 1. And then tier 6, we have War Master dealing extra damage off of that A1. So hard hitting A1 at that. So that's what I went with for Masteries, guys. Let's go ahead and give him a spin here. First, I want to show you how much damage he can put out. So let's go ahead and take him into Miniature's Labyrinth, just to show you guys how he works, what he looks like. So we're going to solo, and we can see his damage here. Charlie, you can sit up and say hi to everybody if you want. We're going to look at this guy right here, okay? Right? Boom, that guy. Do you like him? You think he's good or bad? Bad? Charlie says bad. That was early. He's pay to win. He's pay to win. So, you can see the damage, guys, and he has that leech. We didn't talk about the leech, but the leech is a great heal, right? It's built-in lifesteal for all of your champions, you know? So, really, really solid. You can see that was his A1, doing around 24k. This is AoE. Again, only one hit there, but around 20k. He can put out a decent amount of damage for a lot of damage for an HP-based champion, right? And keep in mind, he didn't have increased defense when he's doing these AoE attacks. That was a double hit there, so 40k now. Well, here we go. You can see it right here. So there we go. A1 hitting decently hard. 28k plus the War Master procs. And, you know, again, he doesn't have lifesteal gear on here. He doesn't have a heal in his kit. He just has a shield, his increased defense, and he's healing himself up off of those leeches as well. So able to, I mean, soloing Minotaur 15 is not that special, but you guys get the point, right? Not a bad champion. With the Ally Protect, with the shield, and with the increased defense on a 3-turn cooldown, that right there alone and that passive is going to help out a lot of teams. A lot of people in the progression phase of Raid Shadow Legends. Again, not everybody is endgame. And even if you are, you could still potentially use him in a few different areas. We don't need to see the rest of this. You guys get the point. I want to show you him in the Magma Dragon as a provoker. But first, I mean, look at this. This is just ridiculous, Charlie. Look at this right here. Right? This guy. Oh, no, not tournaments. This guy. Okay, we're going against this clan. DH Elite. Shout out to DH Elite. You guys are tough. You guys are tough. Jeez, why is everybody so hard in clan versus clan? Nightbane. Look at this guy, Nightbane. Right there. You see that guy? Over 1 million tournament points. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous. Shout out to Nightbane. God, man. That hurts though, bro. That really hurts. Anyway, 1 million tournament points. You're kidding me. Anyway, let's go ahead and show him off in Doom Tower. We're going to go right to the top here, guys. Floor 80, Magma Dragon. We just put him in there for War Chief on the team. Forgive the pay-to-win team, but again, it's floor 90 of Doom Tower hard, okay? We just want to watch to see, you know, what he's able to do when you build a support team around him. Not even a support team, just a team around him, essentially, right? So here he goes. He's this guy, Charlie, right there. That's the guy we're looking at, okay? And that was his AoE. Boom, that was some serious damage. That was some not bad. I mean, these waves are pretty weak, you know, on Doom Tower bosses. But still, let's see what he does again when he comes back around. We built him fast so we can have that increased defense up and the ally attack up as much as possible, right? So here we go. Let's see that AoE right now. Boom. And again, not too bad. Keep in mind, a ton of HP and defense on these mobs. But let's go ahead and show you how we can. And again, we're not going to show him on Scarab King right now, guys. But Scarab King, because I think you get the point, right? You get the point. We can show him an Ice Golem. We can show him Scarab King. Heck, even in the arena, he could have some utility because he's easy to keep alive on a defense team. Okay? And kind of again, not an endgame arena champion, but he could be viable, especially on arena defense, or if you want to try something a little bit different, a little bit new, right? So here we go. Put him with a fear or true fear champion, get serious damage out of that A2, you know? Have that right team synergy around him. Be on the lookout for putting him on a freeze team, right? If you want damage out of him, put another fear, true fear, freeze champion, a CC champion, stun champion on the same team as he is. So you can see we have that provoke down. He has a lot of HP. He has a decent amount of defense as well. So he's able to put out a little bit of damage and basically tank for my team here. You can see again, able to take a big heavy hit there from the floor 80 magma dragon. Scarab King, same deal, right? He's going to be, obviously he's not going to be a provoker on that team, but he's going to be a champion who's able to keep himself shielded, and at the same time, he's going to be able to essentially kind of tank for your team, have that leech debuff, put out some damage, and have that increased defense while at the same time always having that shield up, right? So there's a lot of utility you can get from this champion. Is he the best champion in the game? No. Is he worth it? I think he is. I think he was worth going for, and I do find fragment summons quite a bit easier than fusions overall. It was weird. This round, I'm probably the only one. Did you have the same problem, Charlie? Yeah, Charlie had the same problem. I thought the fragment summon was over because they had like a 3-day gap in the middle. Maybe they always do that and I just don't notice it, but I was like, wait a second, I have like 75 fragments. Where's the tournaments? Where's the events? Obviously, I could have just looked at the news tab, but whatever. Anyway, guys, you guys can see, get the point here. He's a reliable tank. Nice to have a reviver on any higher level magma dragon because your tank is going to die more likely than not, or at least sometimes. So nice to have that reviver on the same team. But overall, I think he's worth it. I think a lot of people can benefit from this champion. He's not S tier. He's not the best legendary in the game, but he's bringing enough to the table, in my opinion, to justify building him out. He is a little bit redundant on as compared to like Visix the Unbowed, but I do think that you can even run them in the same team and run double ally protect. I think that's a viable strategy, and I think they're both really good independently. He can help you out in faction wars obviously as well. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys, and as always, take care, guys. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, take it easy.